Hey guys, it's Chillmonger. It's Darius, the fanatic planet, the monger of chill. The afternoon woke up still. The guys who come in and get out in 2 hours, maybe over a little. How you doing? Trailer day, Euphoria. Superpowers feel neutralized. They can only watch in silence. The famous rapper you once knew was terrified. Now he's violent. He's moving just like a degenerate, having antics, distasteful. While calculated, you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angles, fabricating stories on the family front because you heard Mr. Morale. I don't remember the whole song, but I remember the intro.
Yeah, to me
Euphoria is
that
gonna have a
makes
trailer. We're gonna start that. We're gonna play the Supergirl trailer. We got a Netflix Avatar did something also. Well, let's check that one out. How about franchises like the Static, the comic book, He Man, the trailer for them. What else is on? What else we got today? Talk about Stephen A. Smith if you want. Stephen A. Smith? No, no. Stephen A. Pack Smith? Not interested?
I think Stephen A. Smith is a motherfucker. I said I posted him I think a few days ago on my Instagram story for something he said.
I'm starting to not care about him. Like I'm starting
I,
to really not stop. Like 'cause I used to think when Marcus would do a thing or two, hey, he gets an L. I would say, yeah, but Stephen A. talks for a living. Like he's allowed to say things that are bad here and there, but not anymore. Like I'm over him.
yeah, no, I can't stand Stephen A. Smith because he has taken his sports career and now I'm trying to see exactly what this was he was saying.
See it
Oh,
so much you don't even remember what it
yeah,
was.
yeah, because he argues with people all the time. That's why I said recently on my Instagram story, I get confused when it comes to Stephen A. Smith. Is he a Bravo? Is he like Andy Cohen, where he's a Bravo host reality show person, where he's commenting on because he comments on everything. I don't know if he's a sports analyst or if he's a gossip column person because it seems like his lane as of lately has been a gossip column person. He seems to be arguing with basketball players more than critiquing them on what they actually do on the court. His latest argument with Josh Hart, like, why the fuck are you arguing with Josh Hart about? I think it was he told Josh Hart, or Josh Hart told him, you basically, which Josh was right. You don't know who I rub elbows with. You don't know
Yeah.
who I know. You don't. I could know the people that pay you. You don't know. And so just like Stephen A. Smith is a clown to me. I think he's a clown. I think his road, or I don't know if they're actually doing it, to him trying to run for president in 2020. I think that's dumb as shit. Um, you talk about sports for a living, and you talk about a sport that you didn't even play for a living. So I'd stay in that lane. Get out of the politics lane because we can barely tolerate you in the sports lane as it is.
I tolerated him for a long time. Slava Medvedenko, what? Like that was fun, bro. Him and Shannon Sharp, but now they don't even have Shannon Sharp there anymore.
No more Shannon there. Yeah, I can't stand Stephen A. I used to, him and Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman used to get on my damn nerves too. Um, but Stephen A's been around for a long time, and he's just. I think he's either bored or I don't know what it is, but he doesn't talk about his. The bulk of what Stephen A. talks about is really not sports. Even on his little show podcast he does, whatever weekdays he does that, it's not. He might dive in on sports, but it's more so attacking the players. It's not critiquing them. It's not giving an a astute analyst of the game. He's analyzing their behavior off the court or their attitude or this or that. Nigga, that's not your job. You are a sports analyst. That's it. Like you don't do anything else. So it's really, I don't know. He's annoying. He's annoying. The only time I could tolerate him was when he had his daughter on. He should probably get that back to that. She takes away a lot of the ick that a lot of people have for him. So put her on TV and on his show with him all the time.
Yeah, solid.
You keep freezing too.
Let's go to the Euphoria trailer today. The older.
Have you ever been to Mexico?
Me? In Mexico?
Swallow. Disfruta.
Is it nice?
Some parts.
In the beginning, we had to make a choice about who we were and what we wanted.
The network loved your storyline.
Really? But what we didn't realize was how far we were willing to go.
I have a meeting. With who?
Cassie?
Round 2, baby.
I want to tell you something that might make you angry. Maddie's been helping me.
My Maddie?
She was my best friend.
What do you think she wants?
Hook the ass up.
After all these years,
Does your wife know you do this?
Do your parents know what you do?
I'm your sugar daddy now. Have we finally gone too far?
Used to be your husband's friend. I'm gonna become his worst fucking nightmare.
I've done a lot of evil and I've never really thought about it.
Okay, well, it's clear you've been using a gun.
You want to undo the evil you've done? Start by changing yourself.
I'm trying.
Look at me. I can see it that you're a good kid in a bad situation. Would you agree?
Oh, fuck.
I used to believe that the world would be a better place if people could empathize.
Remember me?
How could I forget? The
Oh,
real disease is that people no longer know the difference between right and wrong. You poison kids for money.
Mom, I really need to come home.
You're evil.
you're evil.
What happened to you?
Alamo tried to kill me. He's gonna do the same to you.
I'm trying to do a good thing.
What is wrong with you people?
In the end, no matter who you are or what you want, we all answer to God.
Coming April 12th. Can't get here soon enough.
I'll be watching. This is, I mean, I don't even know what we're doing anymore. This is so far from where we were in season 1, but this is
Mexico.
definitely a time jump. I would assume because Cassie and Nate are getting married. A lot of the cast not returning. Know that. But yeah, we've come. This is a massive shift from from season 1. I don't even know what we're doing. But it does look dramative and interesting and a crazy ride. So I'll be checking it out.
I won't be checking it out. Euphoria is coming to HBO Max on April 12th. If you haven't seen season 1 and season 2, you got lots to catch up on, and then you can see what it's all about. You can see what Zendaya has been up to. The last time we see Zendaya play somebody young, because her character in Spider-Man is up in college and out of the whole youth phase of her career. We don't have to see teenage Zendaya no more. Yay, progress. And Tom Holland.
Yeah, this is not it's not a movie. It is a show. Show came out in, I don't know, 2019 maybe. Was it? No, it wasn't then. When was it? Yeah, 2019 maybe. Season 1.
3 seasons, 7 years.
Season 1 is phenomenal. Season 2, Still good. So good. We've just every time I think about Euphoria again, I think that Jonathan Majors Kang gif where he just says time. This is a long time removed from season 2. Like I said, there's so many characters not returning. There's so many people not returning that it. I guess that's the only way they could explain the not returns is to make a time jump. But you have a lot of people that are just not coming back. Not coming back. Rue's sister is one of them. One of the most popular characters, if I remember, Kat was her name in season 1. Kat was the twins aren't coming back. I mean, there's a lot of people not coming back.
Okay.
So, and I think that was all the drama and stuff they had behind the scenes with Euphoria. Was it going to happen? Was it not going to happen? And then people were just like, "Hey, I got a career, and I'm not about to sit here and wait to see what the fuck y'all are doing."
Yeah. Is Mario coming back?
Who's Mario?
Super Mario. He's coming back, and he's got Yoshi with him also. The Super Mario Galaxy movie debuts with 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, lower than the first film. Oh no! It's only 46% fresh according to critics. Like, this is a kids movie. If you weren't there, you weren't there. If you did not play this game on your Nintendo Wii, you will not get everything. I have no doubts that since it's the same people who made the first movie, they will do a successful second movie.
That doesn't always mean that.
Fine. How much weight do you put into a Rotten Tomato of 46%?
I don't know, but watching reviews on it, people in the reviews have even said that it's not as good as the first one.
CBR. Nintendo's foray into the cinematic space is nothing new. After the initial struggle of let me just get the review. Super Mario Galaxy movie is ambitious for better or worse. Part of the charm of Mario movie came from the fact that it was solely in the Mushroom Kingdom, save for some breaks in New York City. It allowed the characters to grow, evolve, and define themselves for their video game counterparts. In this case, of Galaxy, that shifts as the new story focuses more on expanding the Nintendo universe. That's both a good and a bad thing. Well, I like expanding the universe, so I'm not going to be mad at it. The Galaxy movie is designed strictly to expand. Many of these characters don't have incredible depth, as they've always been designed to be played, but it's still strange to see most of their evolution happen visually. It's only clear that Luigi and Mario are better fighters because of how they fight in the film, but there's no time to explain how they've adapted in the Mushroom Kingdom. That said, the movie isn't devoid of growth. Princess Peach is the subject of a fun retcon that honors the initial ideas of her creators at Nintendo. So if you're trying to tell me that Luigi and Mario are better fighters and that's like a problem, no. There was time that passed between the first movie and the second movie. So whatever they are good at now, I will just say they learned in the time in between. I'm not going to complain about that. I think Buzz Lightyear and Woody were characters who did stuff in the first movie. They went from their hard stances and then they became friends at the end of the movie. And they just stayed friends for the next 4 movies. That's normal. I'm not going to go, hey, we're supposed to be have incredible depth with Mario and Luigi. We got that in our first movie. We kind of understood who they are. Now let's focus on the other guys to have the depth. Let's see Fox or whoever else is the surprises in this movie. So reading this review, it still hasn't turned me off the film. You got anything to say? Are you speaking?
As I wouldn't solely go off Screen Rant's review, but sure.
Okay. They say structurally speaking, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the many plot threads. Peach, Mario, Rosalina, Bowser Jr. stories all have a place, and yet everything still feels rushed. As viewers see the universe expand with its different worlds, that's his only point, though. Expand with its different worlds. They also see their characters adapt, such as Bowser's topsy-turvy arc. But more than anything, it's a movie that serves as a prime example of short run times. Okay, that's all I need to hear from you, Bo. I'm good. Thank you for the review. Starfax in the building. Fox McCloud, voiced by Glenn Powell. Yep. Sounds like characters got more character development than Grogu. Yeah. Yep. Who's gonna develop more, Mario, Yoshi, or Grogu?
Yeah, I watched Roka's review and a few other YouTubers' reviews on it. This is not bad. He said she's not as good as the first. He said they had a hard time, I guess, controlling the different subplots that you never revisit, or different things that Roka was saying. And I was like, huh. But he still said it's good. It's just not the first. But I haven't seen it, so I'll see it Thursday.
Bet if it was the Star Wars movie, you'd see it right away.
Or I mean, not Thursday. I'll see it tomorrow.
Nice.
Tomorrow. I might go see it today. It would be showing. Let me see. I might go see it today. Maybe.
And you can let us know how it went.
Coming soon. Let me see. Or is it on Now I'm Playing? I guess it's on the coming soon. All right. Mario. If I wanted to see it today. Oh, may not see it today. Only showtime today is at midnight. The fuck? It was showing at 12:40 a.m. 12:40 a.m. What? There's absolutely no way I would. And they're all at that time. There's one at 12:30 a.m., 12:40 a.m., 12:20 a.m., 12:01 a.m. How do you get to that time? 12:10. What? So no, it won't be today. I'm seeing the film. Guess I'll see it tomorrow.
Tomorrow it is. Okay. I have got a rant about something that happened on Twitter. And it happens on YouTube, and it happens on all the Instagram reels, and it happens related to the most important comic book of the year. Static appearing here in Milestone. Okay, the views expressed are mine. Darius does not represent the insults I may or may not sound like I'm having. It's about pre-ordering. It's about the word sell out. So this tweet was from March the 14th, where he said, in response to this guy's picture, where he was like, there's a second print, I'm going to add more to my collection, which is cool. He said, there's a second print, I'm going to add more to my collection. So he goes, Jody says, go shop Vegas Comic King. Let's sell this book out again, is what he said on the Vegas Comic King website, online investment grade comic store. Okay. The problem is, if you say that shit on March 14th and the FOC, the final order cutoff, the deadline to order books is on March 30th, you're not selling out the book because you get it on March 14th. They're just going to order exactly the amount of books that they're supposed to, and they won't sell out, which is gold, which is what you want. You don't want to sell out of a comic book. You don't want the comic book to sell out. You don't want them to have no more left. You want them to have the supply to meet the demand. So you're doing the right thing. You're just incorrect with your wording, Jody Kurowski, who wants the great things for the static comic book, but is just ignorant and says, go shop at Baby Sing. Let's sell this book out again. And he said that before the FOC, before the final order cutoff. Look at this other tweet on my bookmarks, on Chillmonger's bookmarks. Where we at? I thought it was going to say bookmarks. I clicked on business. Bookmarks from this guy. So in this tweet, a guy named Arrow, this was March 13th. He tweets at Morgan Hampton, one of the writers of the book, and he tweets at him and he says, bro, there ain't no way. It's sold out already. It hasn't even been an hour and it's sold out on Vegas Comics. Oh, that's the online website again, right? Where you can order comic books online, which is great. Now, why is Vegas Comics not ordering enough of this book? Because they know It's a milestone book. We're not going to sell that many. And they know that. They have all the evidence over the last 5 years of milestone books to know, oh, we're only going to carry this many. So that's why, and this was before the final order cutoff. This was March 13th. So they can order more. That's why they ran out of stock, and it says we're sold out. We don't have any orders that are going to come in. And Morgan Hampton, I don't know why he encouraged it with his emojis. Maybe him encouraging it with his emojis is him refraining from doing what I'm about to do and just educate and use words and stuff. Anyways, Vegas Comic King, they go adding more. There's no limit before FOC with the fire emoji, which is great. They're adding more. They didn't add many more, but they added more. No limit for the FOC. And I even had to say that the information in the 6-word tweet is so incredibly important. Arrow is ignorance, but Vegas tried to educate them in the nicest way possible, adding more. So, you can still buy from our website. And then the information, there's no limit before FOC. That's smart. And they said that on March 13th. Tell me why. Now, in a recent bookmarked tweet that I saw from earlier today, from 6 hours ago, Arrow 64, same guy, he says to Joseph Illidge, another writer, not even a full day after the FCD. What does that even mean? That the final order cutoff? The FCD? What's the FCD? Not even a full day after the FCD. And this is the stock count for the new history of the Dakota incident over at the Vegas Comic Kingdom. And as you can see, there's only a low stock. There's only 5 left. They told us on March 15th that they were going to add more to add more because there's no cutoff before the FOC. And that's why they added enough. And they do have enough. They added exactly the amount they were supposed to because, as you can see, they have not sold out. They have not ran out. So they got 5 left. They could have added more, but they didn't. And if you, the readers and the people who use the website, would have told them they wanted more, they would have gotten way more. But they only have 5 left because they don't want to keep comic books in their inventory that will not go out, that will not sell. So they ordered only 5 left. I told this idiot, this guy who was previously 14 days ago told you can't sell out before the FOC and should have been encouraged to go to the website and try to get more. Instead, he's going to the website now. It looks like he's trying to shop for them now, unless he's just wanting to screenshot it. But it looks like he's trying to shop for them now, and he's trying to celebrate how there's only 5 left, and it's not even a full day after the FOC. Whoop-de-doo. I told this dude, nothing to celebrate. If this is one day after the FOC, they put in a low amount of orders. He told me, I find your lack of faith disturbing. I find your ignorance concerning. I find your stupidity. It's not ignorance anymore. Ignorance is fine. Ignorance is the default state. Ignorance is what we all start at, and we don't have any control over, like, not knowing how comic book sales work. But once you're being told these things, and now it's a matter of I don't have faith, that's what you're going to direct this? You're going to make this a conversation of having faith for a black book or having not faith for a black book? What are you talking about? He finds my lack of faith disturbing. When I come here and I tell you guys, just because we sold out of a low printed comic doesn't mean anything. Don't expect big results. Don't expect any. Like, this sales thing is so important. The reality is we haven't done anything yet except make a book that was ordered low sell out. I don't have high hopes for this second printing and how it will perform. They already know how it performed because it's after the FOC. DC knows. We will all find out how well this comic book performed 2 months from now when it's on ICV2, or if it doesn't even rank in the top 50. So this is the conclusion statement to all of that. Thank you for listening. And Darius, I hope you brought the volume down on your headphones so I wasn't yelling in your ear. But my conclusion to this is nothing has happened yet. We did not succeed. We did not win. We did not change anything yet. There's no evidence to suggest that. There are still just as many. It feels like maybe a few more people know more about the comic book industry, but it feels like there are just as many people who don't know about FOCs, who don't know about orders, who don't know about the comic business. And that's the state that we're at. Thank you for listening. But you are right. You can't sell out prior to the FOC, but exceeding demand is good. There was 5 left on stock, man. Salute to the Vegas Comic King for upping their order for, as they did on March 13th. but they only upped it by like an additional. Looks like there's only 5 left in stock, so maybe they only increased it by 5. A lot of shops are not bravely ordering so many of this Dan Mora cover because it'll sell. No, they have years of evidence of why Milestone doesn't sell, so they're going to be conservative with just how much more. Nice that there's demand, but it's not overwhelming or high demand. I wrinkled my nose at the initial ignorance term, but on reflection, it's fair. Dude is an imbecile. People like that are tiresome. He just doesn't know. He just doesn't know. And then he tried to redirect the narrative into whether or not I have faith or I don't have faith. This manga comment. The thing is, you have to keep it up with the next issues. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, it's not like this has an issue 1 followed by a 2 and a 3 and a 4. This is just a one shot. Like maybe the next issue is the second print. You know, maybe. Yeah, we got to keep it up for the second issue. So whenever that one book comes out that is static, we got to hope that issue 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5 do well. Darius, you are the casual, but you've expressed interest in reading the Dakota incident just to see how Static and Icon and Rocket join DC. You are who I want this shelf to please. Like, I don't expect you to go and have a pull list, but I do expect you, the casual, the new guy, to go up, pick it up off the shelf. And that's why it's important for the comic book heads to put it on their pull, so they're not taking it off the shelf and removing it from what are would-be fans like you, who maybe this sparks your interest. Maybe it doesn't. Do you think it will? Do you think this will make you a comic book fan? Maybe it will, right? A regular? You good? I think he's got something going on there. The thing is, you have to keep it up with the next issues. That's absolutely right, bro. You got to keep it up with the next issues, Blue. I understand, but I wanted to just voice because I think, as Blue always tells me, don't be so sensitive. You know, it's okay to criticize these things. I think I will just have to become no chillmonger and just, this is something that I saw online. If the guys want to get sensitive about it, like if someone wants to tweet those guys and say, hey, check out this live stream because we're about 28 minutes in, they start talking about your tweet. If they want to do that, then that's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's something that I can't tiptoe around, but it irks me very much that there are people who tweet things that are misleading or wrong or encourage what the problem is, which is we're not knowledgeable about our orders and we sell out of comic books instead of, you think they sold out of Batman and Deadpool, or you think your shop said, bro, there's going to be somebody coming in 10 years asking for Batman versus Deadpool, and so they still have them at your guys' shops right now for the most part. Static should be that character. Now you are understanding, LOL. Some things have to be handled with a stern hand, my friend. Yeah, okay. I'm going after all the John Roca. He can catch. Who else wants it? Everybody is a victim now. Who you got, Darius? Who's the YouTuber you're gonna respond to, or who's the tweet you're gonna? Who you got today? Stephen A? Is that it?
A tweet I'm gonna respond to. Reach about.
Yeah, it's your turn. That was me. I got on my soapbox. You go. Is there a tweet that you want to talk about?
I have no one. No one.
Then let's move on to Star Wars.
Are we speeding? We are rolling. Welcome, Grogu. Hey, never touch the buttons. I hope you don't mind us talking about you while you're here.
I feel like your relationship with Grogu has evolved organically.
It started out very reluctantly and then deeply, deeply bonded.
I love how we took you from being his protector, and now he actually feels kind of like he can handle himself now.
Oh, yeah.
He's not just a cute face.
No.
It's not just the Mandalorian anymore, it's the Mandalorian Grogu.
I play an officer in the New Republic.
This isn't about revenge.
I need someone I can depend on.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
I'm not quite sure about this little snack eater.
When he says, I'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards, that just means that some of these fight scenes could be montages. Maybe this is not a full length fight. And maybe there's going to be more fights.
Sure about this little snack eater.
Because it's IMAX, because it's a movie, I wanted to recapture the feeling of when I first saw Star Wars. And so when we're making this, we were using all the technology that's available. And then, of course, we have a lot of classic stuff.
I mean, it was the coolest set I've ever been on.
All of that is to give a whole new audience that same feeling of excitement that I had the first time.
This movie, when you see it, it's like I just got off of a ride. Do we run or do we fight?
"22." There's a lot that happened towards the ending. Do we run or do we fight?
Run. Run, run, run from this movie.
Did you see Grogu blow up that ship right there? Right here? Look, Grogu pilots the ship, blows it up, and flies right through it.
Run, run, run from this movie. Imbo does look cool. I'll give him that. But Imbo's always been cool.
You'll like it. If you do end up watching it and liking it, would you say, wow, I had low expectations, but they really did a great job if it really is good? Or will you be so stubborn? No, I don't like it.
Yeah, I'll give credit where credit's always give credit where credit's due. I don't feel that it's going to happen during this, but always give credit where credit's due.
You're going to be there on May 22. You're going to be there. Maybe May 23 for you.
No, I won't be there. I told you, I don't. The only way I'd go see this in theaters is if I walk in. I'm not paying to see Mando Grogu. So I'll likely either watch it on my site or I'll just walk in. But I'm definitely not paying to see this.
I'm not paying to see it either, just because Disney supports the Zionist entity, and I'm trying to withhold my dollars. I will for a black movie though. But anyways, I just want to. I have to explain the whole thing out just so that I don't get clipped. You said you weren't gonna. Yeah, black movies get a pass. Anyways, for Grogu and Mandalorian, I'll watch this movie on May 22 on my little website. I know I'm gonna like it, and if I like it so much, I might just go to the movie theaters, pay for see a ticket for something else, and then walk in to see Mando and Grogu again because I want to experience it. It's Jon Favreau, baby. Jon Favreau. Got to see it.
Yeah, and I don't even. What does that mean anymore? That doesn't even mean anything anymore. Not like it used to. Used to be, Jon Favreau's doing this Star Wars joint. Okay, it's in good hands. That doesn't mean anything anymore. You got to remember, Jon Favreau did Boba Fett. Jon Favreau delivered a lot of the bullshit that we got after the first 2 good seasons of The Mandalorian. So, what does that mean?
I disagree with Jon Favreau did Boba Fett. I'd say the problems with Boba Fett were Kathleen Kennedy undoing Jon Favreau's plans in Boba Fett, using that as a tool to do it. I'd remind you that.
Well, I guess I missed those stories. What did Kathleen Kennedy undo on Book of Boba Fett?
When Grogu was with Luke, then he went over to be back with Din.
So episode 5 or 6 was the entire Book of Boba Fett? Because that was only episode 6 or 5 or whichever episode it was.
Chill is about to start. You mean Darius is about to start? What do you mean? What am I going to do other than answer the questions that he asked? Robert Rodriguez directed Book of Boba Fett, and Kathleen Kennedy produced Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, well, it happened in the same world in the same time period as Mandalorian, which Jon Favreau had a lot of creative control over, and that's in his contracts. The show and the direction of it, I won't put on Jon Favreau the way I would for Mandalorian. Boba Fett was trashed the entire time, chill. You must think Jon Favreau directed. He's clicking and clacking away. Oh, it wasn't Jon Favreau. It was Robert Rodriguez.
Jon Favreau was the creator and head writer and executive producer of the Book of Boba Fett. So where do you want to go from there?
The director was Robert Rodriguez. I'll give Jon Favreau credit for producing.
The director was Robert Rodriguez. Jon Favreau was the creator, the head writer, and the executive producer. So a lot of what we saw, he wrote. He was the head writer. What are you talking about?
He was writing the show, and then in comes Kathleen Palpatine with her direction of what to do with Grogu.
You know, chill. I can give you Kathleen any other day of the week. And the only thing I can give you on Kathleen with Book of Boba Fett is the fact of what she did with Grogu and changing the direction of where Grogu was going to land, either with Din or with Luke. What I cannot give you is that show had, I think, 6 to 8 episodes. Kathleen's influence was not on all 6 to 8 of those episodes. It just wasn't. Because if it was, when the Book of Boba Fett came out, that would have been the gripe from episode 1 to the end. No one griped about anything with Kathleen Kennedy when the Book of Boba Fett was airing until that episode came out and until the information got out that she was the one that made the decision to remove Grogu. I cannot give you Kathleen on that.
This is why I can. The creation of that show isn't something that happens 1 week to week to week to week to week. Like the writing process of that show happens first. After the writing process becomes the filming process. After the filming process becomes and then that. So during the writing phase, which was really early on in the show, with Jon Favreau, who was supposed to be the head writer, when they discovered, okay, well, my episodes 5 and 6 and 7 are not supposed to be what they're going to be. Hey, I'll be a team player. I will not make a big noise or make a big stink out of how I'm not really that interested anymore. I'm not involved anymore. But since I can see at this early ass stage of development during the writing process, which we haven't even filmed anything yet, but now that I can see the plan is to do what with Grogu, all right, Ayo, in name, my name could be there, head writer, and a lot of these ideas were started off by me, but you guys can do whatever the F you guys want to. I don't think that we got to episode 4 and then they took out the pencil and they were like, okay, now let's do 5. And that's when everything goes haywire.
No, I agree with you. The show in entirety was shit. So, and that's on Jon Favreau. That's not on Kathleen. That's not on John. John promoted the show. I know Book of Boba Fett was a long time ago. You may not remember. John promoted the show. It was his baby. That was his. It was his thing. Like the Mandalorian is what he got the first time, but he did such a good job on it. They gave him Boba Fett. Okay, like that's no matter how you spin it, no matter how you twist it, no matter how you look under the bed or turn the curtain back, it's Jon Favreau's fault. It's Jon Favreau's fault.
He promoted the show, and you're talking about something that I believe he was doing because he didn't want to ruffle any feathers. But by the time he was promoting the show, a year in advance, before anything was even filmed, he met this roadblock, which was Kathleen Kennedy was going to change up his show and stuff. When he discovers that, okay, well, hands up, this is not even my show anymore. He found out before we did. You were reacting very late to the news and then going, well, that's why it's Jon Favreau's fault. I, with knowledge, know that he learned about the Grogu direction as well as everything else, and he checked out way early. His name could be there as a head writer. He could be there to promote the show because that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to bury anyone. I'm not going to hurt anyone with their, like Robert Rodriguez, with his future. I'm not going to make it seem like this isn't something that I care about. So I'll show face and I'll say nice things about the show. He did that. He absolutely did. Let's not ignore that before that, he found out the plans for Book of Boba Fett were going to get ruined by Kathleen Kennedy and that initiative.
So then, because that he found that out, that then makes everything he wrote for the show, not his fault. You're so strange.
I believe, but no, you're
You're
accepting
so
something that
strange.
I'm not. You're accepting something that I'm not accepting. Everything he wrote for the show, I don't even think the final product was his writing. I think the direction he created from Mandalorian season 2, the episode with Boba Fett, where he shoots down. You remember at
You
the
don't
stone?
think the final product
I
of
think Favreau.
Boba Fett's writing was his? You don't think that
hold
John
on,
wrote that?
hear me out. Hear me out all the way. I think during the Boba Fett episode of Mandalorian, when he was making that episode, he was like, okay, yeah, then we're gonna spin off or we're gonna have more, and he was very involved then, and he was part of the inception of this show. And Robert Rodriguez, he directed that episode of Mandalorian season 2, so he'll do the book of Boba Fett. Okay, this is all good. But then when he finally got to the point where it was time to write the show, and I'm sure he wrote some of those episodes. I'm sure he jotted some things down, and then he realized, wait, what's going on? You're changing my Grogu plans with Luke Skywalker and what? Oh, okay, yeah, Dave, here, ghostwrite this thing, or you guys can solve the parts that are undone. I don't believe that John Favreau.
You make up scenarios that
I don't
that
believe
may
John
and may
Favreau
not have
knew.
happened in your head.
Yeah, but what did actually happen was the interference. So I don't think he goes, "Oh, this is great. There's a show that I'm gonna have interfered with in the last 3 episodes. I'm gonna continue writing the first 4 episodes. I believe in this stuff." I don't think so. I don't believe that's what he would do. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that. You also have you do this all the time. It's so strange that you are the epitome of online thinking that because we have access to people due to social media that you know these people. You have no idea how Jon Favreau thinks. You have no idea what happened behind the scenes at Lucasfilm. The scenario you made up of, oh no, this is beyond my writing. Dave, ghostwrite this for me. What the At the end of each episode, I remember specifically because it hurt me. I remember specifically at the end of each episode, he is credited as the writer. He wrote episode for episode for episode that we watched. I just don't know why you are trying to negate the responsibility of how shit that show was from Jon Favreau. I don't. Maybe it's because you want Mando and Grogu to be so good. I really don't understand it, but Jon has to hold that L. That Jon created the show. Jon asked for Book of Boba Fett. Jon said because Boba Fett was in the Mandalorian show that he created, that he wanted him to have that spinoff show. So they got Tamara Morrison back. The only person that complained outright in public was Tamara Morrison. No one else did. So Jon, I don't know what it is you're expecting from Jon, but the only thing that he was upset about was the fact that they changed his Grogu plans. That was it. I believe the Book of Boba Fett went exactly how he wanted it to go up until that point.
I know, because you think that it happened chronologically, like up until that point. So he was writing episode 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then he found out Roadblock, episode 5, 6, and 7 are going to be different.
No. Because I'm not that fucking slow. I don't think that hey, we had a good first episode. Now let's go write episode 2 for next week. That's not how that shit works. So I'm not. Don't insult my intelligence. I'm not stupid.
Why did you say up until that point?
Because up until the point of him when he was writing the show, so all the way up till you get to episode 5 is when the interference happens. Of course, he knew about the interference way beforehand, but you're making it seem like as if he took his hands off or something. Like it was still Jon's show. It's still Jon's show.
Okay, that's the basis of our disagreement, which is fine. I believe when the interference became introduced to this show, it stopped being his show. You don't. You still think you want to give him credit, and that's fine for us to disagree on that. I'm good with that.
So so let's see. Let's use an example here. You said up until the interference, it's not his show anymore. It's crazy, but okay. It's a good example I can use for that. I don't even know if I have one because that's just batshit crazy. For you to even think that it's not his show, that's wild, Joe. That's wild.
He also didn't direct the show too. He also didn't direct it, and that's an important role to direct the TV shows.
Okay.
He's directing Mando and Grogu.
Because he didn't direct it, it wasn't his show.
What I said, because he didn't direct it, it wasn't his show. I simply said directing is a very important role, and Jon Favreau directing movies usually turn out to be well. The reason
I
it's
don't know
not
what
his
more
show
you
isn't
need
the
to He
directing
was
part.
the fucking creator. He was the fucking creator. He went to Lucasfilm
did
and said,
create.
"Let's make this show." They
You're
didn't.
right.
They didn't go to him. He went to Lucasfilm and said, "Let's make this show."
I agree. Chronologically, so far, that's his show. He said, "Let's create the show. Let's greenlight it. Let me pitch it to Disney Plus executive." And yes, it's his show up until then. And then when it comes to writing, and we find out what's the plan for Grogu and Luke. Oh, you're undoing my Mandalorian. Oh, okay. He even killed his character in Mandalorian season 3. He was checked out. There are tea leaves to read that happened on the show that makes you go, "Oh, Jon Favreau just isn't he isn't all in on the Star Wars stuff." He would appear places with Kathleen Kennedy not there, and they'll be like, "Oh, she was sick, she couldn't make it today," or stuff like that. There are things to read. It's not because I have access to social media or whatnot. It's really things that happen that indicate.
That's what it is. Because there's no. So let me preference this. I'm a much bigger Star Wars fan than you'll ever be. So when it comes to Star Wars and things that go on behind the scenes, just because I don't talk about them here because Star Wars is not a very popular topic to discuss, doesn't mean I'm not plugged in on what's going on. I was very much plugged in on what was going on during the Book of Boba Fett. And what you're talking about, saying that it wasn't John's show or that there was other things to read from the tea leaves, buddy, the only thing during that time, a Book of Boba Fett, that came out was Tamara Morrison constantly complaining, and the fact that we learned from behind the scenes from Josh over at Dinner Nerds, it came from Josh specifically from his Star Wars source. I don't know if you remember that since you are so keyed in, was because he told us from his source that Jon Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy had issues. He said, "I'm the first one that's telling you guys this. You're not hearing this anywhere else. It's from my Star Wars source telling me that they are having issues, and that is why they made the episode the way they did with Grogu." So it's not a thing that there was all these tea leaves. No, you said there were so many tea leaves to read that led up to John to showing us that it wasn't John's show. No, there weren't. There was nothing like that.
Gave the example.
Unless you have receipts to show me that, because I can pull up the receipts from Josh's stuff. Unless you have the receipts to show me the
arguing
tea leaves
what
to show
Josh
me,
said.
then you cannot say that there were so many points of evidence leading up to that showed us that it was not John's episode or John's show, or that he was checked out.
So one of the things was him killing his own character. He had the Mandalorian character, Tar Vizsla or Pre Vizsla, one of those characters. That was someone he voiced, and he decided, kill this guy off. That is evidence. I just said it. I just stated that, and then I stated just the idea that
he's not the creator of them. He didn't create Mandalorian. He didn't create the Mandalorian. So since he didn't create the Mandalorian, and Pre Vizsla died during the Mandalorian show, who directed that episode? Who wrote that? Who wrote the Mandalorian? See, that's what you're missing. He is the head writer and creator of the Book of Boba Fett. That is different in the Mandalorian. He voiced a character in the Mandalorian. He wasn't the head writer. He wasn't the creator. He wasn't the director. He wasn't any of those things. He played Vizsla.
He had more in Mandalorian season 3 than he had with Book of Boba Fett. He was very much more involved in Mandalorian than he ever was in Book of Boba Fett. That's his show, Mandalorian, and him deciding to kill my character off of Pre Vizsla is his choice.
He provided the voice for Paz Vizsla, but it does not. That does not mean that he was the one that's like, "Oh yeah, let's kill Paz Vizsla. I want to kill him because I'm upset. I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt." Bro.
There's also the fact
again,
that
unless you have the evidence of that, then I need like you have to have receipts for that. I know he cool. Say, she say shit. It's got to be you got to. No, it's not cool. You see, now that I'm asking you for receipts, now it's I'm bypassing it. You don't have the receipts for it because that's made up in your head.
What I'll tell you
that happened.
Yeah. What I'll tell you is that Jon Favreau was a professional, and Tamara Morrison, by going rogue and giving these statements,
not a receipt, John. That's not a receipt, chill. That's not a receipt, chill. That's for me. If this were Judge Judy right now, that'd be he say she say. That'd be he say she say. You have no receipts.
It's like I called it tea leaves, but like I said, Jon Favreau being the constant.
Show me those tea leaves. Show me those tea leaves.
Well, Grogu stopping the route.
You're still just
that he
talking.
was
You're not showing me anything. You're just
cool.
rambling. If you can
but
physically
when
show
I
me those
answer,
tea leaves,
when I answer,
if
and
you
then
can
you
physically
jump on
show
the
me those
answer,
tea
and
leaves,
then you
then
say, "See,
sure,
he
but
still
you
didn't answer
cannot
yet."
do that. You cannot do that. You've yet to do that. I'm asking you for proof. I'm asking you for evidence. I'm not asking you to keep rambling on and tell me what you personally think happened. I'm asking you for proof. Can you show me a receipt or tea leaves that shows that he killed Paz Vizsla because he was butthurt over what happened? Can you show me that? Anything from a scooper, from anything?
John Favreau is a professional
No.
who will
Okay.
not
Okay. You
leak something
can't.
out to a scooper, who will
Gotcha.
not give a negative statement, a
Gotcha. So you
negative
can't.
comment on his boss, and he's operated that way consistently. He never has. He never that's his
She'll just say you
MO.
can't. Just
I'm
say you
telling you,
can't.
I'm not just saying that I can't show you.
You're telling
I'm
me
not just telling
that
you that I
John
can't
Favreau's a
show you John
professional.
Favreau.
Thank you for that. I know John Favreau's a professional. Thank you.
That's the answer.
Thank
That is
you.
the answer. Okay, we accepted John Favreau as a professional, so his professionalism is the reason why we can't find an interview here
Stop
or a
it, bro.
comment there, the way that
Stop
Tamora
it.
Morrison.
Stop it.
That's a great answer. You just
Stop
cut me off.
it.
You want to cut me off so that I don't
Stop it.
provide the right answer?
No,
I
go
think
ahead. Go ahead.
before I
Because I
ended the
actually
sentence,
I want you to go because I want
no, you
the chat
don't.
to
You
also
don't want.
see
You're
how
pretending to want me to
foolish
go
this
now
answer is.
because
Go.
you know I'm
No,
gonna
answer.
go.
Answer. Go.
You're pretending like
Go.
I'm not afraid of what
I'm
you're
not
gonna say.
pretending.
But
I'm
when
not
you cut
pretending. I
me
could
off
continue to cut you off if I wanted to.
but the fact that you do it is weakness. It's you
Phil,
can't
do you know
allow me
why?
to
It's
just
not a weakness.
you're doing it
It's
now.
not a weakness. Yes, do you know why I'm doing it? Because you're just fucking talking. You're not pulling up any receipts. You're giving me nothing. You're giving me your personal opinion. I don't want Killmonger's personal opinion. I want a receipt. I want you to show me proof that backs up what you're saying. I don't want you to go into some long philosophical expose telling us how John Favreau is a professional. Thank you, Killmonger. We know that. Can you give us a receipt that backs up what the fuck you're saying?
Like I pointed at events that they would not be at the same place at the same time in. Like I point out what happened on the actual show where Grogu was supposed to be with Luke at season 2 and a plan changed at Book of Boba Fett. These things did happen. These are proof that there is conflict.
I don't want to cut you off. Are you done?
Don't pretend like I wasn't done. You know I was done. Don't over.
I didn't know if you were done. I didn't know if you were done. I didn't know if you were done. Sometimes you stop and you ramble more. So are you done? Okay.
You can go.
So since you're done and I can now speak, you still have yet to give a receipt. All you're doing is telling us that, oh, see, this and this happened. So that's proof of that's not proof of anything. That's not proof of anything. If this were a court of law and you were presenting this to a judge, your case would be dismissed, sir, because you have no proof. This is he say, she say. What you're up here telling me is one thing from one person, another thing from another person. But if you don't have any tangible evidence, your case is dismissed. So do you have tangible evidence that is more than just you talking? More than just you pointing to something that happened 5 years ago saying, see, there was dysfunction here. So that obviously points to him being upset. Unless you have that, you have no argument. You can't, because you're just, you're going, I'm still talking, so don't cut me off. You're basically just going off of what you think. You're going off of what you think, what you personally feel. No one gives a fuck about what you personally feel or what you personally think on the situation, especially when you're coming at me so hard. You need to have proof. I can go get my proof if you need me to of the whole thing between Kathleen and John with Grogu, because that's the only tangible thing that we, the public, knew. Everything that you're talking about is some made up shit in your brain because we don't know what the fuck was happening behind the scenes.
That is what I am talking about. The tangible thing with Grogu, that is the thing that I'm talking about. I am talking about.
No. But you named other things, Joe. You said there were multiple tea leaves to be read that led up to the reason. So were the multiple outside of the one thing that happened with them removing Grogu? I'm looking for the multiple. I'm looking for the other receipts.
When there's a public appearance that's Star Wars related in California, and Favreau's there, but Kennedy's not there, that is evidence that does happen. Like it's not a thing I'm making up or hearsay or anything. There's video recording of it, and then him telling you, well, she just couldn't make it for whatever reason. That's proof that is something.
So you think it's proof because Jon Favreau's at a Star Wars event and Kathleen Kennedy's not there? That's proof that they hate each other, that there's some type of turmoil in between them because they can't be in the same place. But did you not just say earlier that Jon Favreau was a professional? So as a professional, why would he not be able to put his professional or his personal feelings aside, put his professionalism in the front and be in the same room as Kathleen Kennedy? See how that doesn't make sense, Chill?
He has been in the same room before with Kathleen Kennedy. But why Kennedy didn't want to? But why Kennedy doesn't want to appear at some places with Jon Favreau? Why they wouldn't want to in other places? Sometimes they don't want to be in the same place, or she doesn't want to come to work where Jon Favreau is going to be. That's okay for her to be the one who's unprofessional, but Jon Favreau is the one who is professional. That doesn't mean Jon Favreau is not being professional because Kennedy didn't come to the red carpet screening where he was showing something. That's more on Kennedy than it does on Favreau. And there's a specific video that I'm thinking about of them at the theater where John is explaining why she's not there.
Your argument.
No, it's not actually. You're trying to tell me Kennedy's professionalism or lack of is disproving that Jon Favreau's professional. Jon Favreau is a professional guy, and he's not going to give you a quote that's anti-Disney or anti-Kennedy or anti-anything. He's not going to down somebody else, and he hasn't. It doesn't exist.
And there wasn't he didn't give a quote on the Grogu thing either. There was no quote on that.
There was a season 2, episode 8, and then there was a Book of Boba Fett. That's the proof. It happened on screen. I'm not looking for him to say, I changed my plans. Plans changed in front of us.
Joe, that's still not even proof. That happened on screen is still not even proof because again, we weren't fucking there.
I find it as proof.
We weren't there.
If you don't accept the proof, I'm okay with that. I understand how you don't accept the proof. I understand that you don't understand the proof and you don't accept it. I get it. And I'm content with that. You don't accept that as proof.
It's not because it's not proof, brother. That's it's not that I don't accept it. It's simply that it's not proof. Again, if this were a court of law, you're wasting court time. You're wasting taxpayer dollars. Why are you here? Case dismissed because you have no proof. You're going off of what we think. You're going off of what we think happened. The only tangible evidence that we have is the "Do Trust Me Bro" source that Josh over at Den of Nerds has when it all went down. That's the only tangible evidence that we have. We have nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
Not the show that plans go completely different. Yeah. Just Josh.
There's nothing else. Again, chill. Can you so you're saying that the show itself is evidence enough, but you don't know what John's original plans were because as you just said, he never came out and said it. He never came out. So can you show me where Jon Favreau came out? Can you show me where Jon Favreau came out and said that my original plan was for him to go with Luke and not be with Mando?
Can't show that. That quote doesn't exist.
I know it doesn't.
But I'm not naive enough to think that he decided I'm going to change my mind and bring him back into this Mandalorian show, even though I ended season 2.
So you say you're not naive enough, but you're naive enough. So you say you're not naive enough to believe that, but you are naive enough to believe that you know Jon Favreau good enough to think that you know what he planned.
At no point did I say that part.
But you're alluding to that because you're saying I'm not naive enough to think that he would change his mind at the last minute like that. But how do you know that wasn't his original plan from the whole start?
Oh, he's not shit at writing.
That's what I'm asking.
Shit at planning. That's why. Because he's not crap. That's
okay.
And yeah, it's fine. You do think Kennedy did that. You accepted it earlier in this conversation. What do you mean?
I do think Kennedy did that, but what I'm telling you is we don't physically know that. That's what I'm telling you. I think Kennedy did that, but we don't know that because Jon Favreau's never. I'm going off of your logic, brother. I'm going off of your logic because you keep saying Jon Favreau's just professional. He's not going to come out and say this, and that. So then, if he's not going to do that, then how do you know for sure that that's what he wrote? You don't. You have that. You do it with Bo. You do this with Bo. You have this thing where you think you
don't
know
do
these
people. Please back to Jon Favreau.
It has. I'm not doing Bo DeMeo. I'm using it as an example of your weirdness. You think you know these people, and you do not know these individuals. You don't know these people. And it's so weird when you, as an ordinary, everyday person, I do this with everybody, when y'all get out there and y'all think that you know celebrities or you know people just because we have internet access to them, it's strange, brother. That's strange. Stop thinking that you know these people. Stop thinking that, oh, I know Jon Favreau wouldn't write that. You don't know Jon Favreau from a can of motherfucking paint. And he doesn't know you. He wouldn't even be able to point you out in a room, an empty room.
Here's what I know about.
So stop
Jon
thinking
Favreau.
you know these people.
Here's what I do know about Jon Favreau. That's not, oh, I know him. He's my best friend. He doesn't do interviews, quotes, podcasts, crapping on others. He has a long track record. He's been in this business for a very long time. And he is not the ilk of people who do what Tamara Morrison did, or even like, who else would be it? John Boyega said, his comments on what's going on behind the scenes. Jon Favreau's professionalism is the track record in which I am basing my opinion on Jon Favreau. Not, I really like him, and I don't think he would do wrong. I have years of him being professional.
So his professionalism then is some type of basis on his decision making, on his decision making when writing. I guess I don't see the correlation in how I'm professional and how that affects my writing.
No, I answered the professionalism part to understand, to help you under. You just did a deflection now to his writing. It's not for his writing. No, professionalism writing, not the angle I'm taking. Wrong. It was to explain why there isn't these quotes and these leaks and these scoops of Jon Favreau really did want the Grogu situation to go the way that it was supposed to go. The reason why we don't know about it or hear about it is because he's professional.
And again, I think that that's just a like Blue just said, a parasocial. It's very right. That's accurate. I think that you it's weird, brother. I can't say that because I don't know Jon. I can't say that because I don't know Jon. I can't say that, oh, I know for sure that, because he's so professional, I know that he wouldn't do that in his writing. I don't know Jon Favreau. So I can't say that he would do that. Now, if Chill wants to sit in front of the audience and tell y'all that, he would never do that because he knows Jon Favreau, that's cool. I don't know Jon Favreau, so I can't say that.
Blue, I love you. You're the MVP because you make things fun. Because I shot down the parasocial narrative, but because Blue encouraged Darius gets to go, yeah, I see it right. It says it right there. He's parasocial.
No, I've said that about you way before Blue even put that in there. I said it about, I know you don't like to talk about Bo because that's a very sensitive topic for you, but I've said that about you and Bo. That was the first time I ever said that about you, was with Bo. I think your relationship with Bo was extremely strange, but that's just me.
I don't get all sassy about Bo and out of the corner of my seat.
You don't get sassy about Bo? No, you just got upset with me for bringing up Bo. Oh, please don't do that. Don't bring up Bo. Don't do that. You hate when I bring up Bo because it's a sensitive topic for you.
That's not why I don't want you to mix these two.
I understand, Bill. We don't have to, Bill. It's okay. We don't have to go to Bo.
See how he cut me off because I was going to hit him with some truth?
No, it's not
Every
true.
time.
Yeah, you just said you didn't want to talk about Bo, but now we're talking about Bo.
No, we're not. The truth is, when I start something and I'm hitting him and I'm giving him this goodness, he'll start talking. And I mean, I don't wear headphones when I do these streams. I want to hear what he's got to say, but damn it, it interrupts the flow of what Chill was doing. I was about to completely crush his narrative, and he begins talking. Now he's not talking because he knows that if he were to talk, it would be, you see, you talked. So he has to be quiet this time. It's great. Love you, Darius.
You're welcome, Andre. Jill thinks that he's got this, like, you always try to be so philosophical, and it fails for you tremendously. He tries to be so deep that you have this deeper.
This is the best stream ever. Like the stream.
That you have this deeper meaning of who I am or what I'm doing or
what you're doing. What you're doing, not who you are. What you're doing. It happens, and I call it out as it happens.
No, the reason I was just silent there wasn't for some got you moment. I was silent because you bitch about never getting to talk all the time. Even when Marcus is here or when Josh is here, you bitch about getting cut off all the time. So I'm letting you talk. I'm giving you the stage. I let you put both your feet in your own mouth. I don't need to put your feet in your mouth for you. I don't need to. You do it every time. So I don't need to do that.
That was a narrative that he's trying to drive, that I put my feet in my mouth. But the reality of the matter is, even when I'm with Marcus,
there is no narrative that I need to drive. You are the narrative. You literally display the narrative every time. I don't need to push a narrative that doesn't already exist.
You see, guys, when I began to talk about what the narrative is and how I was going to explain it, he began, there's no narrative, and like, all right, I'm just going to wait. You proved it correct. You couldn't help yourself. She'll be playing victim.
No.
But like, am I playing the victim when I say
That's
what
it
is
She'll be playing
happening
victim.
as it happens? Is Chill playing victim to say I just got cut off by Darius after I get cut off by Darius? Is it, or is it just stating and observing what happened?
Do you know why I cut you off?
So
I
you
mean,
do cut me off.
I repeated. Oh yeah, I said that when Josh was here. I said it when Josh was here. I don't know why you're having this like this is like, oh, groundbreaking. When Josh was here and we argued about Bo, I said it then. So let me repeat what I said then. I cut you off when you're saying inaccurate bullshit that pertains to me. So when you say dumb shit that pertains to me, I'm never going to let you finish. I'm never going to let you get that full thought out. I'm always going to cut you off. So anytime that you sniffing up some bullshit, I'm going to cut you off.
The narrative that's being driven is
whenever
that
you want the stage, I'll let you talk.
Yeah.
You want the stage now?
I appreciate it. But this was the delay. I don't think you cut me off now. I know there's a delay, so that's why you just went right now. The narrative that was being driven just now was that I somehow talk about Darius personally. No. A lot of the times I was getting cut off to explain something about Jon Favreau.
Now I'm cutting you off again. I'm cutting you off again because there's that inaccurate shit. Never once have I said Chillmonger attacks me personally. I never said that.
Personally,
that's not the narrative I pushed. So I'm gonna cut that off because that's some bullshit. That ain't what I said.
You said about me, didn't you? Just now? You said about me? When you're gonna say something, I'll cut you off when you say something about me.
Yeah, when you're saying inaccurate things, like, okay, so not inaccurate about me personally. No, not about me personally. When you're repeating something that I've said that's inaccurate, like you're trying to say, well, you said this or you did this. No, I didn't say that. That's when I'll cut you off.
All right, fine. Erase the word personally, and I'll say when I am misquoting Darius. Instead, what was happening earlier was he cut me off when I was pointing to something that Jon Favreau did or pointing to something related to the fiction, related to what happens in Star Wars. And he was cutting me off even then, even though what I was going to hit you with was nothing about what you said, your positions, you personally, your emotionally, you during the stream or anything you said. I was giving evidence about things in Star Wars. It happened on the stream. It happens a lot, and it's not because I'm misrepresenting you.
Okay, so yeah, no, you'll say a lot of things the time that you'll say a lot of things that I don't say, or repeat things back to say, or you said this that I didn't say, or whatever. That's when I cut you off. But neither here nor there. The whole thing, like I said, that started this whole thing. I'm going to pin this on Jon. You don't have to pin it on Jon Favreau. That is your prerogative. If you don't think that Jon Favreau is responsible for the failure that is Boba Fett, then that is your prerogative. But he is responsible for the failure that is Boba Fett the same way that Ryan Coogler is responsible for the failure that is Wakanda Forever. It is his baby. He wrote it. He's the head writer. He's the director and all that. Favreau may not have been the director on there, but he was the head writer and creator. He's got to hold that L the same way Coogler's got to hold that L.
He was on.
Put that on Coogler, then you better put that on Favreau. If not, then get the fuck off Coogler and leave him alone about the recast shit.
I can't even do recast anymore. What?
Because it's the same thing. If you can't give Jon that L for a show he created with the direction of the show he navigated, then you do not get to do the same. Then you cannot do the same thing to Ryan Coogler.
The recast was fun while it lasted. We also got a Darth Maul Shadow Lords to talk on, and they've got some footage.
They tried to kill me. They failed.
This is actually good. This is actually good promotion. This is good. It looks good. It looks like Star Wars. It looks like a fun time. It doesn't look like some bullshit. So it looks great. the promotion for this that they keep getting out is really good. Only a few days away.
It is, and I'm at the point now where I'm just going to turn away. I think the less I see, the better. I think this is for casuals also because that's Maul. You guys remember him? Maybe you guys don't know this, but he's animated now, and he actually survived. To the few people who don't know that, I think it's been like 10 years. How long has he been alive for? The episode where they brought him back in Clone Wars might have even been 15 years ago. Where if you're a Star Wars fan, it should have made rounds that Maul does survive, but that's what they did. They meshed the movie fans, who are majority of the people, and then they said, yo, by the way, you want more of him? Here he is. Remember him from 99? Good stuff. Look, he's just like the movies, guys. He's just like the one from Phantom Menace. Watch it. Nice promotion. They even explain how he dies. They failed. See right there. They failed. It's great. It's unique to be in a position of, oh, Star Wars is doing something really interesting. I want you to see it. I can't wait to talk about it. This is a rare dub. It's an animated form, but that's fine. I'll still take it.
Yeah, I'd say they don't typically fail when it comes to animation. Now, that doesn't always mean that the show is good, but they don't typically fail when it comes to animation. I think that Lucasfilm needs to shift all their focus to animation, but this does look fantastic.
The difference between this and was the children's show Skeleton Crew. The difference between this and what's the other one? Bad Batch. They have Sam Witwer doing promotion for this show. He loves his character. We know he's going to bring it. He's well liked. Sam Witwer is a very key. Hope they keep him. Galen Malik.
Well, in the spirit of us debating, I'm going to push back on that as well. Sam hasn't really done too much promoting for this. I'd say the Bad Batch promotion, again, their animation promotion is top tier. This is in line with Bad Batch. And I didn't even like Bad Batch. This is in line with Clone Wars. This is in line with Tales, Underworld, Jedi, Empire, all that.
I see lots of clips of Sam Witwer giving speeches and talks about Star Wars, not just like old ones, but recent ones. He was at WonderCon too. He had something to say.
Yeah, is that promotion or is that more so just Sam Witwer's at the event? And of course, he's going to talk about Maul Shadow Lords.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Like, does it count as Disney putting things there? But maybe he did. Maybe he was maybe Disney did ask him to be a presence on WonderCon, or maybe he went as an individual to get photos and do what celebrities do. Either way, he did it and he was promoting the show, so it counts as promotion to me. How do you spell Sam Witwer? Sam
Witwer.
WER. It's not showing. It's all good. Figure it out later. It's not showing. Let me fix my internet. Close all my tabs.
I should have had a clip for Bad Batch as well, or Bad Batch, Shadow Lords as well.
A Bad Batch. The trailer for Back Rooms. No, I don't see a Bad Batch clip.
It's for Shadow Lords, not Bad Batch.
Emergency on the Walkway, the all-new animated. Here you go. Oh, my internet's really not... Okay, there it is.
Or just him to walk with. Hey, buddy. You all right?
Interesting.
Not really.
It is, again, much bigger Star Wars fan than you are, so I saw things that you probably didn't, but very interesting.
Help me out. What's interesting about it?
One, that there's a Jedi openly using the Force out in public in front of the police force when Jedi are supposed to be annihilated during Order 66, and this is this is still during Order 66. Order 66 is not completed yet. They are still hunting down and defeating Jedi. The fact that Maul did that there too, trying to take Devin, AKA, which is going to be Talon, to distract, obviously, the police force to get them to notice the Force using Jedi. So there's a lot to unpack there with the Jedi and the police force and Maul and Miss Devin. So it looks interesting to me. Can't wait.
Right on. Bad Batch is done and all this season. Amazing.
Yeah, no. Not
Bad
for me.
Batch was tier 1 Star Wars.
Episode 1 of Bad Batch. Oh, it was great.
It's a year after Clone Wars. It's a year after Clone Wars.
A year after Episode 7. Episode 7, Season 7, the last episode, finale. This show could go 2-3 seasons. Has the potential to do that.
It's almost guaranteed to. Rebels went multiple. Even Star Wars Resistance. Was Star Wars Resistance only one season?
I didn't watch Resistance. It was sequel slop, so I didn't care.
Star Wars Resistance. Let's see. It's 2 seasons. Yeah, 2 seasons and 40 episodes total. Whew. They really cared. They really tried. But yeah, so if Bad Batch gets 3, if Clone Wars gets 7, we're good.
I watched a 5-minute little video Theory did on this, and I completely disagree with him on Shadow Lords. He was saying like how he doesn't like the fact that Disney is taking Darth Talon and putting her in an era that she's not from, and she should be in the era with Luke and all this kind of stuff when he's older and blah, 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 blah. I mean, who's to say that she can't be? I mean, when we meet Maul, Luke is not even a teenager yet when he dies. So who's to say that Talon can't still be in there? But he was saying that and saying that that's Disney's fault and things like that. That's not Disney's fault. And I give Disney and Lucasfilm a lot of shit for what they've done to Star Wars, but that's not their fault. That's George's idea. George walked into the room one day, saw a statue figurine of Darth Maul and Darth Talon on one of his staffers member's desk, picked it up, picked up the one of Maul, picked up the one of her, put them together and said, these two are friends. The staffer said, that's not really possible because she's from a completely different timeline, different era. She wouldn't even know who Maul is. And he said, no, these two are friends. And then went on to make what would have been the original 7, 8, and 9 of the sequel trilogy. So that's not a Disney thing where they're injecting Talon into an era that she doesn't exist. That's the maker himself that did that. And then as far as the whole thing about saying, oh well, he's a Maul, he doesn't like the fact that Maul's a good guy. Maul is not a good guy. Maul is not a good guy in this. Like Sam Witwer said, there are good guys and there are worse guys. There are bad guys and there are worse guys. Maul is still very much an evil individual. But what is he supposed to do? I mean, it's the Empire. They are the ultimate evil. So of course, his evil is still going to be fighting that evil. It doesn't make him good. Make him good in any way. I mean, again, we do see him again in Rebels, and all of the actions he made in Rebels were awful. They were terrible. They were for his own gain. He didn't care not a shit about Ezra, and I doubt he's going to care about Talon here. Everybody's just a means to his ends. So Maul is still.
Maul is evil, but the lesser evil. Yeah, Sam had that great at WonderCon. Sam is holding up the last torch for us OG Star Wars fans. Nah, he's not the only guy there. There's some other guys doing some work. There's probably names we've never heard of who are really fans of Star Wars, real Star Wars, who work there. Shame it's not a live action series, but animation doesn't miss.
I'm actually really glad it's not. Because there's so much that you can do. Star Wars is so there's so much that I'm not even going to go into that part. There's just so much you can do with it animated that you cannot do with it live action. I prefer. And then on top of that, you got to deal with people's schedules, and you got to deal with people's are you filming a movie at this time, or do you look like this character? Nah, strike all that. Just draw these motherfuckers, have somebody come in and voice them. You can have them do flips. You can do the most expensive explosions you want to do without worrying about stunt doubles and all that kind of stuff. You don't need it. I think Star Wars needs to hard shift to animation.
I'll take both. I try to value animation as much as I value live action. I try to. I think I do. But I recognize that live action is live action for a reason. Let's get super. With the $2, Chill really put in Fett more on KK than Favreau. LOL. That is what happened. That's what I was doing. Appreciate the super. Battery IV4. You ever wonder what IV4 means? What could it mean? You know, to write 4 in Roman numerals, you do IV. But he's got the 4 in the middle of the IV. Maybe it was just a computer-generated thing because someone already calls himself Battery, so the computer added more symbols. But thank you for Battery I4 V.
Appreciate it, Battery.
We call a girl man Battery. Bucky Love with another name says, shame it's not a live action. You just read that one. William Moloch says, He-Man sound like he got pronouns in his bio. Let's go to He-Man then.
I think Ask Planet who's more evil in his opinion, Cad Bane or Maul. I think Maul. Maul is purely more evil than Cad Bane. Cad Bane is evil depending on the pay. How much are you paying me to be as evil as you want me to be? Maul will be evil just to be evil. There's a comic with Maul. It's a bit before Phantom Menace. It's not a bit before Phantom Menace, but before the major events of Phantom Menace happen. He is being trained by Sidious, obviously, and at that time he had never tasted blade-to-blade lightsaber combat with the Jedi. Palpatine wanted him to be cautious and told him, no, you're going to get your time. Just be patient, be patient. Maul couldn't be patient, so he went on his own little mission. There was a syndicate that had a Jedi captured. He released her just to fight her and kill her. Just of the pure lust of wanting to kill a Jedi. And he got off on that kill too. So Maul's evil. Again, Cad Bane's just evil to the highest bidder.
Masters of the Universe.
I know most of you don't remember me, but I know all of you. Even
Hey,
though
did you
I
catch
was
that?
stuck light years away on Earth, yeah, I never stopped trying to get back home.
Everything changed since you left.
It's all gone. Skeletor took my family. And he destroyed our world.
It's not my fault. I know how it feels to fail. Take the sword. And when you fall, that's your chance to stand tall.
I have the power.
The universe shall quake in my shadow.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Trust me, I know how to use it.
You tell everyone that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
Nothing wrong with
You
this
sound
trailer.
a little.
What do you guys want from He-Man? This was He-Man. This a very slow beginning and talking about who he is, with my family and everything. Good stuff. I think I shouldn't say there's nothing wrong with the trailer. I think when I saw Skeletor's face here, I thought, yuck. When give it a second. But like, yeah, look at this. We're getting like if you're a He-Man fan, you're getting what you want. I'm not a He-Man fan, but I would think you're getting what you want. Where's the Skeletor parts? Here with eyes. Here. That doesn't look too perfect. Other than that, it's not even that bad, right? But other than that, good stuff.
Yeah, not a He-Man fan. I grew up on the reboot of He-Man when they brought it back, and I remember for one of my birthday parties, one of my friends bought me He-Man. So I had Skeletor on his purple tiger, and I had He-Man figure on his green tiger. And I didn't know shit about that. Now, I knew the show came on. I would see the show in turn whenever it would come on. Because I think it was on Cartoon Network. I think it was when Reboot came on Cartoon Network. Just was not a fan of it. Now, I see the Masters of the Universe action figure line every time I go into any of my little collectible stores because that little line from Mattel is pretty big. And their figures actually look really good. So my knowledge of He-Man, I know who Skeletor is. My knowledge of He-Man is not the biggest, but will I be going to see Masters of the Universe? Yeah, it looks fun. Looks like it'd be fun. I only know Nicholas Galantines, how do you say his last name, from Red Royal Wedding. That's what I'm familiar with him from. I know he plays in a lot of other shit, but not really familiar. So, yeah, I'll see it though. Looks interesting. Looks fun. This is the same image I went back to of Skeletor as well. I want to see exactly what he looked like.
I saw the beginning where they announce the studio. It's that cat. It's that cat there that's doing the MGM lion thing. So that was nice.
Yeah, I forget He-Man's cat's name.
Kitty.
It's like Thundercat.
Battle Cat.
Battle Cat.
Yeah, that was a great touch to have the Battle Cat doing the intro.
What's Skeletor's name? Skeletor's Panther's
Ralph.
name. His cat's name is just Panther. Just Panther. What was that?
So someone said this is low budget in our chat. I don't see that low budget. Except for Skeletor's face. Everything else looked high budget. Well shot. It's just good. And the actor got in shape for his stuff. What do you want? He says, I have the power, and you're gonna see his shirt off in a second. Wait for it.
Only because I know he plays. Only because I know he's constantly busy. This Nicholas dude, he's constantly busy. This is his shape all the time.
Okay.
From what I've seen, I think he lives in this shape.
Respect. This is hard work. The budget was 170 million. I hate that you just said that, Lauren, because I'm trying to creatively criticize it. We'll get to the budget, but yeah, okay. The budget did 170, which means that the movie's got to break even at whatever that is times 3. Why can't I?
He's got a major boost in his career. I went from not seeing him to not even know who he was to seeing him everywhere. I feel like I see his face everywhere. He's in a lot of new movies, a lot of shows. Yeah, I'm looking at his Instagram. He seems pretty busy.
Good. We need new faces.
See, like I said, I've only seen him in Red Royal Wedding. I assume he can act. And he's a picture of him holding that He-Man figure. See, now that figure looks great. I'm just not a He-Man person like that. Now, Mattel, who does He-Man's figures, is taking over the DC figures. Todd McFarlane's contract ends up after this year. You can tell by the slop work he's putting into these last few figures he's got. But if Mattel does anything like this with their DC figures, fantastic. Because the one he's holding here of himself looks great.
Okay. There's another trailer from A24 called Back Rooms. If we're done with He-Man, are we done with Masters of the Universe?
That would be Masters of the Universe.
What did you find?
The place.
This dude who's supposed to play T'Challa? David Oyelowo? No, this is Chiwetel Ejiofor, right?
Hello? Anyone there?
Look, I know how this sounds, but you gotta understand, it's massive in there.
I'm not saying I don't believe you.
Okay, I'm gonna come back here with proof.
All right, you feel me? Yeah. Follow my lead.
Clark, what is this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've been there every night since I found the place, and I still barely scratched the surface. All right, just take it slow. Oh my God.
Pull me up! What do you see?
All these rooms. This place builds them. It's like a maze. It just goes on and on. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get lost.
Clark, can you hear me? I don't understand. What is this?
It's beautiful. Am I right?
Hello?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. I will definitely be watching that one.
Okay. I know why it's called Backrooms. Hey, there's no monster. There's no. Oh, there could be, but they didn't show really like anything too spooky to me. That is typical horror movie, but this is just look the rooms, the mystery. They'll get you.
Yeah,
Where is he? How did he get here?
This looks really good. The mystery behind it, the intrigue of it being, I guess, all these rooms, and we haven't seen whatever the entity or paranormal activity figure might be. But yeah, no, this looks interesting. Looks good. Looks good. It's right up there on that horror, thriller, edge of your seat mystery stuff I like.
We're gonna find out he's in a
think
mental
during-
home, I bet. Just like Woman in the Yard.
Oh shit! I didn't finish Woman in the Yard because that was some bullshit. But was that what happened? They were in a mental institution.
It's based off of a YouTube creepypasta. Well,
Yeah, no, it looks great. Looks good. The mystery, the intrigue. I'll be checking it out.
A24. They don't miss. Okay, here's a franchise I care about. Avatar.
Season 2 has been insane.
It's definitely.
Who was that voice? Season 2 has been insane. Who was that?
Season 2 has been insane.
It's definitely a level up this season.
Stepping back into it has been exciting.
We all have that chemistry from shooting season 1. What a try! And we're super excited to bring Mia into the gang.
It's kind of surreal. I have to like pinch myself.
Every time I walk to set, my jaw is on the floor.
Seeing Ba Sing Se is incredible. They've like built it all outside.
Being a fan of the original, I'm freaking out on the inside because now that we're past season 1, we're into the real meat of the story. And especially with the fight scenes that we have this season, it's mind-blowing to see how much everyone has grown.
All the bending styles are really elevated this season. And I'm so excited for fans to see what's next for these characters.
It's almost like they haven't been on the internet at all to hear people upset at the show, which is fine because I liked the show. So I hope the fans that they're excited to see watch this. I'm one of them on June 25.
I am not. Like I said, I did not like the first season. I do not like. There's a lot I don't like. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's a lot I don't like. So it's not ATLA that it's not like the cartoon like we were promised with this. So, yeah, I can't say I'm excited. His voice and everything like that, they should have filmed this a little bit faster.
Harry Potter said they're doing that.
You still got a whole nother book to go. So by the time he fights Ozai, he's gonna have a beard. Or 5 o'clock shadow or something.
I'm very happy that this scene exists because the Aang actor saying Water Tribe wouldn't happen unless it's in the show.
Water Tribe. And
Water Tribe. Do it again. Water Tribe. Can't wait for that GIF to see Sokka doing Water Tribe. Maybe they should all do it. Maybe they could say, hey, you know what? Let's not be a 1-to-1. Let's have every character needs to say Water Tribe. Aang says Air Tribe, Earth Tribe, Earth Kingdom, I should say.
Yeah. Why is Azula? They should have gotten. This is not. I'm just kind of. I mean, should have got somebody different to be Azula. Have not seen the actress act as Azula yet, because obviously Azula's not in season 1. But looks wise, they should have got someone else to be Azula.
She's in a season 1
main characters. Oh, she's in season 1.
Yeah, she got
that's
scenes.
a problem. Didn't even know that. That's why. Why is she in season 1? What's she doing?
She's in the Fire Kingdom, and she's in a couple flashbacks too. In the Fire Nation, not the Fire Kingdom. You know what I meant.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how they handle Ba Sing Se.
Yeah, we're getting the meat of the story. They could stay in Ba Sing Se for five episodes, because they're doing 10 episodes, aren't they? If you do 5 in Ba Sing Se, I wouldn't mind that. At the wall, at the underground crystal place. Maybe they will not show so much of Zuko alone with Iroh. Maybe that will be sacrificed. I think having Ty Lee is important, I think. And the other one, what did they cut out? Yeah, it's hard. You got to do Appa missing. You got to do that. The library with the sandbenders. What a great season 2 was. Did anyone hear about Jim Carrey playing Plastic Man? No, I heard Jim Carrey was retired and he only comes back to do Sonic. No, I never heard of it.
No. I wonder why they haven't given the trailer for that yet. I thought that was supposed to come today.
We'll check right after this trailer. We've got Supergirl. Let's react. 2 minutes and 52 seconds. This is going to be heavy. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't. I told you I'm not interested in this movie. I'll watch the trailer.
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back. You know, I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off-world all the time, Kara. I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark. I have no people.
Home is wherever you are, buddy.
As I walk this land of road,
Crypto and I at least had each other.
I have visions of
Honestly, I thought we were lucky. But luck, almost by definition, runs out.
Oh, no.
The Brickens carry the antidote on that person. He has 3 days.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. He murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
Stop. You're hurting my head.
now what becomes of the broken hearted.
Revenge. It won't take your pain away.
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. A lot of pain, huh? A lot of suffering.
There's no home without you, buddy.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
I wasn't watching at the very beginning. Did something happen to Crypto or something? Is that the MacGuffin?
Yeah, that's it. It's trying to save Crypto. Crypto has 3 days to live because somebody shoots at it. I guess poisons him. You'll see it somewhere here. It'll happen in a second. But yeah, they're leaning a lot on the dog, and everyone who's got a dog can see, the dog in it.
Look, almost by definition runs out.
What can I do?
The Brickens carry the antidote on that person.
They carry the antidote on themselves, so they're gonna try to find the Brickens to get the antidote and save the dog and save the world.
Yeah, they sniped me, so because of the trailer.
Oh. Well, we'll be back in a second. Anywho, I liked it a lot. Oh, it was worth. You got to play the trailer in slow speed. That's a good advice. I think it's. James Gunn's got to lift this problem where we get copyright claimed and then get removed. James Gunn cannot allow this to continue happening. We're trying to promote your
I
film.
don't even know why this is even happening. It's a reaction to a fucking trailer. It's a fucking trailer.
Yeah.
And what really pisses me off about shit like this is you've got channels like that reaction channels that purely only do reactions. That's the crux of their fucking channels. And I don't know if they're getting copyright struck for doing these or not, but I don't understand how a trailer is copyright striking you. Shit pisses me off. Stream suspended for policy violations. Fuck, you know what? Like I said, so now that since you struck me, I don't think it looks good at all. I think the action scenes with her looked decent. The lasers coming out of her eyes were great. I mean, when we did see her swing a punch, I guess it was pretty cool. But as far as the story goes of it or whatever's going on, I just don't really care. Yeah.
Here's the laser moment and play. Cyclops has the thing that forces you with the power of the red. I always thought they were heat vision and they couldn't force you out this way. But someone can educate me on how the Supergirl powers are supposed to work. Because why is she? What? It's supposed to just make him hotter. It's not supposed to push you out, right? No, am I wrong?
Cyclops is an optic blast.
And that's what she did right now, the optic blast. I thought she was heat vision. This is concussive force.
I don't know, but stop playing that. Before
they get it again?
Yeah, before they hit.
I got you.
Yeah,
really sucked the air out the room. Wow. Thank you, James Gunn, for that.
Very annoying. I mean, like I said, I'll see Supergirl, but it's not one that I'm like counting down for or looking forward to, or it's one, to be honest with you, that I'm probably going to, because it happens all the time. I'll pass the theater and then I'll see a bunch of cars out there and I'll think to myself, why is the theater packed? What's in the theater? What's playing right now? And I'll look on the Regal app and I'm like, oh yeah, I doubt all those cars are there for Supergirl, but that is what's in theaters right now. Then I'll probably still not go see it, but eventually see it.
Let's do it. Let's do a super chat right now before we go to the last Spider-Man news.
Fast forward me 2023. I'm stacking lots of cheese and making money. My grass is really green.
Support to the show. Appreciate how you guys can get heated and still have a good discussion. Support you, fellas. Thank you.
Always.
Thank you for being here, Battery. All the time. Supergirl.
It might. Who knows? Go ahead on that one. Supergirl. What?
Supergirl's between Toy Story 5 and Minions 3. 2 kids properties, yes.
Minions has another one. There's not already a Minions 3. I feel like is there not a Minions 3 already? What the fuck?
Despicable Me 3?
I don't know. Maybe I'm getting them crossed over because they appear in both. I don't know.
Welcome back. Don't let the snipers keep you down. Okay, we're back. Abundance has given his box office projection 450. The other time we talked about this, everyone was saying the budget was low and it was only 100 million. They could be lying, but if it's $100 million, it looks pretty good for 100 million.
I don't see this crossing 6, 5, or that 450, honestly. So,
it'd be a sign, though. It would be a sign, though, that David Cornsweet playing Superman in that first movie has been watched on HBO Max, has been watched on streaming. His toys have been collected. People are talking about it, and they like what's going on. It'd be a sign if the rising tide comes and hits Supergirl's box office. The same way no one cares about Doctor Strange, but in 2016 we cared about anything Marvel, and so we paid money to go and see that movie. I think the same could happen here. Not off of just one movie, of course. It's just one movie with Superman, but maybe a few extra 100 million could go to Supergirl that we wouldn't expect. So that 300 million turns into a 450, or that 450 turns into a 550.
We'll see. We will see. We shall see.
What we won't see is the toy sales and the merchandising and video games or whatever else Supergirl is going to have alongside the movie. They're going to count also when they considered, was this profitable?
I'm curious because today, since they dropped that trailer, they dropped her figures. I'm curious if anybody's going to buy these. I know I'm not. So I'm curious if anyone is going to buy these. It looks not good. I mean, it looks like Millie Alcott. I mean, of course. Looks not good. The Lobo doesn't look great. The Krim looks absolutely terrible. So I wonder if anybody's going to buy these. I'm sure there are collector people that just because I am a collector and this is Supergirl and a new movie, some people will, but I'll be curious how long I see her on the shelves.
Something else to consider is the Woman of Tomorrow book that you can get from bookstores, not just the comic shop, and the increase in sales on that. They probably are going to think about, because James Gunn says he's going to try to incorporate comics more. I think Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow will sell books as well as action figures and t-shirts and everything else Supergirl. Moving along. Spider-Man. Zendaya says Tom Holland spoiled parts of Avengers movies for her, including a major character's death. I was like, why did you tell me that? I didn't get to fully enjoy that with the world. But I'm also kind of glad that I got told in advance so I wasn't like having a meltdown.
Wonder who died. If I was close to Tom, I'd want to know everything. Everything that they've told you that's happening, I want to know. What's happening in the movie? Who dies? Who survives? What's the plot? And he'd tell you because he can't hold it in. So I'd want to know.
It sounds like she's talking about Infinity War or Endgame. I didn't get to fully enjoy that with the world. So she's talking about a movie that already happened.
No, she's speaking in past tense of their conversation. She didn't get to enjoy what he told her with the world.
No, I read it differently. I read it as if she's talking about Infinity War or Endgame, but you think that she means the upcoming movie she already knows what's going on with Doomsday? But the world didn't enjoy that yet.
Yeah, she said I didn't get to fully enjoy that with the world, but I'm also glad that he told me in advance, so I wasn't like having a meltdown. And I think she's talking about a future.
What wasn't is another past tense. If she would have said, "So I won't have a meltdown," that would be like in the future. But she said wasn't having a meltdown. Look at the article. I assumed she was talking about Infinity War Endgame. Well, okay, let's look at the article. Where's the article? Do I have to accept this? I do not want to accept the the cookies thing, so I will not look at the article. Either way. Tom Holland spoiled a Avengers movie to his girl Zendaya. I hate that about them.
Let me see.
Why is she snitching on Tom? William Moloch is asking the real questions. That's right.
Yeah. I'd want to know everything. If I had somebody that was in the MCU. What'd they tell you today? All right. What are you shooting tomorrow? Who's in that scene? What's the dialogue? What's some of the subplots? Yeah, I'd want to know it all. Any ad libs today? Every day they come back from the he would come back from shooting. I'd want to know. Not so much of it wasn't an easy shoot. No, give me the details.
What color was Feige's hat?
Yeah, give me the details of what's going on.
That's another thing we don't talk about enough. Feige wears the same musty hats all the time. He needs to do something about that. And he needs to recast T'Challa.
Leave that man alone. He can wear whatever hats he wants to wear.
So, what happened today on set?
Yeah.
Darius wants the full Dear Diary. Ain't no fun in that. I would want it too, but I realistically, like, do I want to enjoy a 2-hour movie more than I want to know what's going on? And the answer is I want to have the best time at the 2-hour movie. But I'm just not responsible enough to, like, if I have access, I'm dating the actor, I'm going to ask.
Yeah, see, for me, I'm not. My experience is never cheapened by what I know going in. I still have the same reaction. Like I knew about the whole like we all did, the Illuminati and Multiverse of Madness and the scene or a better one. I mean, I had seen. Well, actually, it's not a better one, so I won't even say that one. But I saw the post-credit scene for post-credit scenes for Multiverse of Madness before sitting down in the theater, and I saw the same reaction. And Wanda killing the Illuminati. That somebody recorded that and also put that online the day before. So I watched it and I was like, oh, so it does happen. All right. Yeah.
There you go.
Still good enough for me. But yeah, I would definitely be like, tell me everything. Everything.
I'll try to I'll say it anyways. I'll try to get in a relationship with Brie Larson, then I'll have the ins. But realistically, I think she's halfway out. I don't think she's fond of Marvel right now, especially because she wasn't promoting the Marvels when the actress strike ended, and she could have. She didn't. They also didn't pay her to do so. I think. I don't know. Okay. If we can just change the subject to the Marvels during that period, I respect Brie Larson for what she did. Even though, as a fan of the genre, as a fan of movies, as a fan of the character, as a fan of Iman Vellani, and a fan of everything, and a fan of women and women in cinema, I think what she did has by not promoting the movie and by not doing the red carpets and all that stuff that she could have been doing, I think it hurt movies in the long run. The movie was probably still going to perform poorly, but it probably wasn't going to make 200 million like it did. Maybe if it made 300 million because Brie Larson was going around and in the last minute promoting the movie, maybe, I don't know the power of an actress, but I just know that what she didn't do, which was promote the movie right after the actor strike was done, which was that Friday or that Saturday, if she would have just gone, hit up the TV shows and done the interviews with all the streamers and all that stuff, she would have done all that stuff that she could have. Maybe we'd be in a different situation in Marvel, maybe with fans and how many things get greenlit, maybe.
We shall see.
It wouldn't have helped the fans who hate her, yes. It would not have helped the toxic people, yes.
This dude, not to change the subject, I'm watching this video. It's on my Twitter homepage. He's just jumped out of I'm assuming helicopter or airplane with a giant bowl of M&Ms as he released them. So is that not dangerous? Is that not dangerous? Can that shit not come down and impale someone through their fucking skull? I mean, I know it's an M&M, but have you seen the video of people dropping pennies? Like, if you were in an unfortunate spot when they drop that penny, you're likely going to die.
Yeah. You ever been in a tall building like that where you're tempted? Like, do I not?
I am not proud of this. Actually, I'm not even going to say it. So
yes, don't say it. Don't look. We did everything in the chat that we were going to talk on. I mean, let's go.
I'm not. Only thing I will say too, I'm not giving a story. Is me and my brother were very young. I'm not proud of the actions we did, but we did some shit from high up to some people, and it wasn't nice.
Thank you for being a friend. Oh, remember that you can pre-order the Dakota Incident. No, you're not paying attention. It's too late to do that. The pre-orders are in. So collect it on April 22nd because you told your shop you were going to pre-order it. Don't leave them hanging. And let's make a difference. Hooray. Static.
You think you kill someone with a peanut? Yeah, I know they have more structural integrity, but I mean, from that distance, something going that fast toward the ground, I don't know if it'd kill you, but it damn sure would hurt. If an M&M hits you from the height he's at a height where the ground looks like it looks. Let me see. Yeah, it's just like shapes. The ground is just shapes. So if I don't know, I don't think it'd kill anybody, but it definitely you'd feel that shit. You would definitely feel that shit. I don't know if it has peanuts in it or not. I just know that I just feel like this is highly irresponsible because that is a giant bowl, and there are thousands of those in there.
Hey, yo, last bit here. There is a Supergirl poster, okay? I like the way it looks. It's heroic. It's the Superman. It's the superhero dropping and pose, that thing. The 3-point pose, that thing. That's what I'm talking about.
I like the poster. Not a bad poster.
Yeah. Hair blowing in the wind because she just dropped right away. That's why there's so much impact. The hair even flows. She said, Krypton Tribe.
There she is.
That's it for today. What was your favorite trailer for today? Euphoria, Supergirl, probably not Supergirl. Was it the snippet from Darth Maul? What's the favorite thing we played?
I don't know. Probably Backrooms. They were all right. The Backrooms was the only one that had me really interested. Supergirl, Euphoria. I'll see it. I'll watch it, of course. But what was the other one we showed? Was there another one? Oh,
Netflix
Masters
Avatar.
Of the Universe.
That Masters of the Universe looked good. You know what?
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, I think that one probably did look the best objectively, even though I'm not like a huge fan of it. I think they get the W today.
Yeah, I'll go see Masters of the Universe. But the others, yeah, we'll see.
Andre said you going back and forth was the best part. Scary Movie is still gonna outperform Supergirl and a lot of other big films. Oh, I just don't know how Scary Movie's been so many years, and I don't even know how much the old ones made. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know. I like the scary movies, so I'll see that one. I still maintain though, if they do White Chicks 2, I don't know if they even should do White Chicks 2. It's one of my favorite movies. I don't know if they should.
Yeah, waiting for Gen Z to be offended on TikTok about Scary Movie. Yeah, same with White Chicks.
That's why I said I don't think they should. I mean, you can't do it the same way. This ain't 03. This ain't 03. But we'll see. I mean, I guess you can if they're doing Scary Movie the exact same way they did the old ones. Then I mean, it's the Waynes. Why not? It's the Waynes. But I think that's. I don't see anything else that has been put out from today. Oh crap. Oh, okay. No, I don't see anything else that was put out from today.
Remember the rap I said at the beginning of the stream? I said 2 hours and a little. That's now. Don't make me a liar. 2 hours and a little.
They still haven't started filming the Batman 2. Is that right? Is that accurate?
Sounds right.
Huh.
I don't remember hearing they started filming.
Time. Okay, that's only the other thing I see. Other Robert Pattinson just saying that I'm so excited to be doing it again. We'll probably finish the drama tour in a week, and then I'll immediately start doing Batman stuff. The new script is so good. Time. I thought these motherfuckers were filming this shit. I didn't know that we were still sitting at home waiting to day damn one upset. Time. All right. That would be it then. There's nothing else. So, yeah, you tell a friend to tell a friend if you like what you saw today that we are here. I think, are we live? Are we doing this tomorrow?
Yeah. What time do you want to start the stream at?
Whatever fits your no time after this time, obviously, but if it's sometime before the time we started the day, that fits your.
Do you remember how you saw me talking about the comic book earlier? I think after Dre Max show, but it wouldn't be an afternoon woke up, but it would be like a morning woke up, or we can do it at 12 noon my time. Could you do it earlier?
12 noon your time. That's 11 my time.
Your time to shine. Hello. No? Then just cancel it. Do it with Blue or someone who has the time to stream tomorrow. But I don't think I will be able to make it.
I might be able to do that time. If so, I'll let you know. I'll message you and we'll see. But I might be able to do that time. Maybe. So we'll see. I'll message Jill, let him know. We may be able to do that time. If not, then we are back on Thursday for...
What time Thursday? 9:30? Okay.
For the Pantheon. So, again, tell a friend, like, subscribe. Thanks for being a friend. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you for being a friend. Oh, yeah. Travel down the road and back again. Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, if I did everything. The biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.